episode of Limit Break Radio is made possible by our generous Patreon donors. Included Toki Anikawa of Sargentanis, Nico Zaccone of Cactar, Hirsch Fersh of Fairy. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to support Limit Break Radio, visit patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. Hey guys, welcome to Live Letter from Producer, Live 400 in 2019. I'm your favorite Square Enix representative, Liar Exaggerate, and I'm super excited to show off our super brand new content slated for 7.005. Catacombs! Now these are instance-based duties where you and 3 adventurers explore vast, sprawling catacombs that hold riches and rewards for those who dare enter. Worry not about getting lost, for there is but a single path you can take whilst venturing into these deep recesses. Do well enough, and you will find yourself face to face with a notorious monster. Each catacomb run offers up to 3 preset notorious monsters to strike down for a chance at equipment and tombstones. Please look forward to our new system, Catacombs.
Live from Eorzea.
Limit Break. With your hosts, Unmiro.
Now behold the horror you have wrought.
Kahlo.
I said don't take your clothes off.
Juxtaposition.
I don't get it.
Ascalia.
Holy shit, totally forgot about him.
And Mika.
Oh my god.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio, episode 148. So glad to have you with us. Twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio, starting at 4 p.m. Roughly. Somewhere around there.
420 Smoke It Blaze.
Oh, it is 420.
All day, every day, in the day.
420 Blaze.
420 Blaze.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. LimitBreakRadio.com. If this is your first time joining us, then I want to invite you to subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening live, if you're listening on the podcast, head on over to twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio and subscribe. Well, if you really like, you can subscribe, or you can just follow us and join us every time we go live. Appreciate having everyone along today. Got an interesting show.
Oh, do we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We sure do.
This
Were
show
there
sucks.
interesting things in this game to talk about?
Sucks. Way to go, Juxta.
What?
I said this show sucks.
Oh.
Way to be on board. We have to stand as one cohesive, unified unit. And here you are over there just falling apart like a piece of shit in the rain.
Yeah. What happened to your drops, Juxta?
Yeah.
My drop exploded.
They did. Because you did the one thing I told you not to do.
Wait, hold on. Wait, did he did that delete everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Now, here's the thing, is I had literally that, like a moment previous.
In your defense, you told me exactly not what to do.
I told you, yes, what you shouldn't do.
We
And then
gave
you
him,
did.
and then I did it. But to be fair, in my defense, the thing I did was completely that's a normal thing you would do to make a dialogue box pop go away. You hit OK, and then it should go away.
No, you just hit X.
You hit X. So what happens is the palette is save, or it's on the screen, so you want to save it. So you hit save, and then a dialog box pops up. Where do you want to save it? Well, I want to save it in this one. Hit OK. And then it changes the screen to a different one.
Yeah,
and then it just stays there.
It changes to an empty palette.
Yeah, and then
so when you hit OK again,
and then it's saved over the palette again.
Saved the empty palette over the one that you had just worked.
So why doesn't it just go away?
The first day that we get him new drops.
Boo for Kali.
Nice.
No boob for Cal. He's
Don't
gone.
change the
Thank
subject.
you. Thank you, Cali Fan Club.
Yes,
We appreciate it.
Thank you, but don't change the subject. So the first day, you get a brand new sparkly drop board, and you blow it up between shows.
Yeah. But you know what? It's just like you said, a brand new drop board. I have to work with this, all right? I have to get used to it.
How are you going to do that now?
What? I'm going to do it while we're doing the show. It's not like I say anything on this show. Until I talk about random shit and I go on a weird tangent about sound molecules.
Well, guess what?
What?
Today may be where we need your special bullshit
Today's your
abilities.
day, Juxta.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Hilariously derailing one-liner.
Your
Pretty good. Considering
your
you just
particular
blew
set
it
of
up.
skills may be the ones that we need to employ on today's episode.
He has a particular set of skills put together over a long career of
I'm
derailment.
getting an extremely gay vibe.
All right.
Though.
Anyway, so welcome to Limit Break Radio. We appreciate having you along. If you want to give us a call, better line those calls up. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord, because you're going to be driving today's content.
Aw, Frumpy Raccoon says, damn, I forgot to send in my fanfic.
Aw, Frumpy Raccoon. Today may be...
That's so sad.
Today may have been the day.
Call in and read it to us,
Because
Frumpy.
here's the thing. Let me ask you guys, because everyone, of course, was so excited about the latest patch 3 weeks ago. Now 3 weeks out, 3 weeks removed.
How you doing?
How excited are you still?
You
Is
do-
it getting a little bit boring?
Well, some people...
Is it getting a little bit boring in there for you?
A Nero hasn't even done all the content.
Whoa!
What?
I know. What a shocking scandal and rumor.
You haven't done Savage, and it is so different. It's not just harder. There's new mechanics.
So different.
And you get to like...
Can we get that as a drop? Nero, so different.
It's so different, guys. Seriously. That's you. That's my impression of you, chat room. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. But we do have a few pieces of news to go over here. Very little.
Okay.
But before we get into that, real quick, just wanted to remind you guys that this show is supported by your support over at patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. I understand that we've got a whole new Postcards from Eorzea set.
Oh my gosh. All right. If you have ever thought about doing the Patreon at the 20 or more to get those postcards, but maybe you've seen the postcards and you're like, I mean, it'd be cool to support you guys, but those postcards aren't really the right incentive for me. Noriko Star, who did, I think, most of our emotes, and of course the Callie emote that pops up there with the growing boobs if you donate.
Yeah.
She's doing our postcards, and she's already gotten the Aniro one done, and it is amazing. It is. I'm sorry to all of our previous artists so far, but it is by far the best one.
It's one of my favorites.
It is. It's so
definitely
so good. You guys should go over to Patreon and commit to that $20 a month, even if it's just for these postcards, because they're amazing. The theme is summer selfies.
I'd really like to know how you guys got a hold of a topless picture to give to her, because this postcard really blends the Final Fantasy with the actual reality. So
I would also like to point out, because we've had, I think, two people now who have said that they didn't want to receive the postcards, or they've put their pledge down to $19.99 not to get the postcards.
it's because they're horrifically embarrassed of getting them in the mail.
Some of them in the past, yes, they've been very embarrassing. I'm sorry. Nothing within this set is going to be embarrassing. They're
You just said it was like swimsuit or like
summer selfies.
Summer selfies.
I don't think that's like we're not talking about like nude selfies or anything like that. So I mean, they're summer themed, but for the most part, there's not going to be any lewdness to them.
What kind of selfies do you take that aren't nude?
Normal ones, non-nude selfies.
In fact, guys,
so
for those fans of Nika out there, I'm actually doing a Nika design that she will like and be proud of.
Ooh,
You know, I've liked every single postcard of mine so far. So
have you?
Really?
yeah.
Really?
I mean,
They've all been cute.
There's only been the two. There was her being chased by ADS, and
I remember that.
The pumpkin ones.
The pumpkin.
All right, but normally, all right. Let's put it this way: she's going to be proud as a Rogadin of this postcard.
I'm unsubbing now.
Aw, thanks.
I'd like when I was getting her reference photos too. I'm like, all right, Nika, I need a picture of, I don't want to spoil it, but I told her the reference, and normally Nika takes 2 weeks to get back to you if she does at all. So I'm like, if you do not get back to me within the next 24 hours, you are not going to like the design I choose from you. And sure enough, that night I got pictures.
Venny in the chat saying, embarrassing, what are they, 12? Well, when you saw the Skuro one, you really kind of understood, like, okay, maybe this would be embarrassing if you live in a house, right? Or like if you live in a place where
the mail is delivered,
or like, like you've got roommates, you're gonna have to explain some shit. Or maybe some people still live with their parents. There's some shit that you got to explain.
Can't my topless picture.
My grandma brought me the Juxta one in, and she's like, "Is this for you?"
Vladimir Putin thinks that I can't beat his topless picture. I of course can. Absolutely. I am far more out of shape and flabby, awkwardly.
He'll add whipped cream if he has to.
Awkwardly shaped. Yes, that's right. I will straight up pull a oh god,
Chris Evans.
I was trying to what's the there was a football movie from like the early 90s that had a whipped cream scene Varsity something or other.
Oh, maybe. I don't know if I'm thinking of the same one as you, but Chris Evans was in an early 90s like teen movie where he comes out with
another teen
cream.
movie.
Was that not another teen movie?
And
is that it?
In his butthole?
Yep. Captain America, everybody.
Oh my god. I remember that.
Evans?
It was.
That was Chris Evans? No shit. Oh my god. Varsity Blues, thank you. And I think that scene was parodying.
Yeah, there you go. That very well could be.
Varsity Blues. Yeah, that's it. So, anyway, yes. So, thank you very much for the support, Vladimir. We appreciate it.
Yeah, but anyway, you won't have to be super embarrassed if your religious neighbors end up with one of these in their mailbox.
I mean, you might still have some explaining to do.
But not as
out of
much.
The ordinary. Not as much.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you can do that by going over to patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. It's the most effective way to help, continue to support Limit Break Radio, as well as Final Encountercast, the Let's Be Real podcast, the Let's Be Real network, and the fledgling Checkpoint Radio as we continue to grow. So, if you guys like any of the products that you check out here on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio on Sunday, then head on over to patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. All right. Let's, I guess, check out what's going on in the news.
Let's do.
This is a Limit Breaking News Update.
News?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, I refuse to talk about either of these two things.
Why?
Why? First of all, because one of them is a piece of shit, and the second one is basically just helping to line Square Enix's pockets. So no, I'm not going to do it.
No, there's an event, though. That is news. We have to talk about it.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is it different from the last time they had this event, Nika?
It's Little Ladies Day.
Is it different from the last time they had this event,
I mean,
Nika?
Yes.
It's got to be a little different, but actually the last event
They
was
have
cute. You
glow
have to go on
sticks.
stage and perform and stuff. It was cute.
You know what? Where's the little man's event? Juxta, you with me on this one?
That's not a holiday.
No, I got a big man.
Little Ladies Day is a real holiday.
I like this.
Damn it.
We're forming the men's rights activists of Eorzea right here on this show.
No Lalafels allowed.
That's right.
Or Makotes, because they're basically just women anyway.
Hey,
what?
We prefer the term male cat girls. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Fine. Little ladies event. Apparently they perform and do little ladies things.
And
like,
you can get glow sticks.
And like exchange
you get glow sticks
gossip.
and you get cool little shelf things.
Where do those glow
Yeah,
sticks
one of the
get put?
I guess one of the first furnishings from the contest that they made is a reward in this, and it's basically like stairs that are shelves or some stupid thing.
I hope that after March 1st, everyone starts showing up to the raves that we'll be putting on every weekend
Yes.
here at Limit Break Radio. you know, ecstasy will be provided at the door.
Oh, well, if it's free, I mean, what the hell?
It's not real ecstasy.
And then Square Enix also wants you to know that they're...
I love it.
I also want you to know their Lunar New Year's sale is nearly up. So go buy your piece of shit Far Eastern garbs and emotes, you fucking weebs. There. That's the news, guys.
Not even like the Lodestone can provide us anything to talk about this week.
You want to know what? Before you actually came up with the idea for today's show, Thursday night, I actually went to Reddit and did like some deep diving on the our FFXIV, trying to find something, anything. They have a thread called Daily Questions. I'm like, oh, there's got to be some good shit in this.
No,
the questions were actually like normal questions that people just answered regularly. Like, there was no garbage anywhere. I forgot we fixed Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, I don't think we did. But.
Well, we tried our best.
There's also that other bit of news that's, depressing.
What's that?
The daddy of Light died.
Oh,
that's
right.
That is really sad.
Okay. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
He's actually like a popular actor in Japan dramas and stuff, too.
And I mean, Nika, I watched the first episode with you guys on your public watch of Daddy of Light. And then I forget what I was doing, but I actually sat and watched the rest of the episodes with your guys' running commentary on it. And, the series was awful, clearly. But, the guy, the actors in it seemed to do a pretty good job. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about the guy because I didn't know him. I don't know anything of his work outside of Daddy of Light. The community did come together to honor him, and I think it was the avatar that played him was logged in on one of the worlds, and so people could come and pay their respects. So that was pretty cool. It was like a cool community thing that people did to feel better about the actor passing.
Okay, but
it does suck though.
I mean, the big question now is what happens to season 2. I mean, can we look forward to Stepdad of Light?
I don't think that we were ever going to see
where like the mom starts to like date and the son gets all like rebellious and stuff. You're not my real dad, so they have to like bond within the game.
Feel good. Don't take that away. Daddy Light is a very feel good show. Don't.
Single Mommy of Light is maybe that season 2. She has to hold down a job at the local Adventurers Guild and defeat darkness. Can she do it?
All while waitressing tables at night.
That's not what she's doing at night. No. She's over on Balmung at night.
Oh, man. But yeah.
So she turns to gill selling. There you go.
There you go.
Dirty Whore of Light. What a great second season.
Whoa. That escalated quickly.
Okay, you took it way too far. We were trying to honor the Daddy of Light here and keep his legacy going.
I was saying she was waitressing tables. You took it there.
But you said it. You made it real.
I just went hand in hand.
Actually, I think the implication that we were making is that she was RPing, but whatever.
Yeah, she was just RPing.
Because that's what you do on Balmung.
I like
just RP.
I like Lloyd's suggestion, touchy uncle of Light.
Oh my! For a while, that's what we thought we were getting before it actually came out.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's our own private headcanon based on the trailers, and I mean, wasn't that far off, really. Yeah. Anyway.
So that's it for the news.
That's it. That's all for the news.
Great news.
So, when we were trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about this week, I came up with the idea of, and I know that this is normally celebrated in December, but this may be an opportune moment to let's celebrate Festivus. Surprise! Surprise Festivus.
Okay, now for those of us, Juxta, who don't know what Festivus is, explain this a little bit to us.
Okay, so we already have the Festivus pole over here in the corner, so we're decorated properly. We will have feats of strength a little bit later on in the show, but I figured we would spend some time dedicating this show to the airing of grievances.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. Can we also air grievances to each other or to,
absolutely,
or to certain
that is
certain
part of
viewers?
Festivus. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is a holiday?
This is a holiday.
What is the point to get people pissed at you?
No, it's an amazing holiday.
It's a time where everyone is just,
So upon hearing these grievances, are we supposed to like what's the reaction to these?
Whatever your reaction as a human being is.
Oh,
yeah.
This seems
So it's
like
not
a really violent. It could be a really violent holiday.
It could be.
It's not like a free ticket to just like be mean to everyone and like say how much they hate them and they can't do anything about it.
Could be. Anyway, the point is that we're going to give you an opportunity to air your grievances with the show on the show, even though we give you that opportunity every single week because we have open phone lines. But we are committed to not talking about a shred of Final Fantasy XIV today unless someone calls in and forces us to do so. Now, we're going to address some rumors that we have been hearing about ourselves.
Our best kept secret is going to come to light.
That have made their way back to us. Maybe that's. I feel like someone's got to come. With the first grievance to air. So, I
have a grievance.
Okay,
I have a grievance.
Okay,
this is something that.
It's going to start, but okay.
Yeah, no. This is something that I think all of us have noticed. So if so, you can chime in as well once I say it, or if not, say no, that wasn't me. And I know that we've talked about it briefly on the peripheral. And I feel like maybe slightly in passing, I've hinted to it a little bit, but my grievance...
Take off your clothes!
...is to Juxta, the Drop Master.
What?
Yeah. Just something that I've noticed, and I don't want to point a finger necessarily at what has caused it, because I don't know, but I feel like within the past year or so, you've kind of become more of a dick. Like, you're real aggressive towards people, even unprovoked, and it kind of kills the fun a lot of times.
When have I ever been aggressive on this show?
I don't just mean on the show.
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess, can you give me an example of when I've been aggressive? Because we don't actually hang out anymore ever since I had my baby and you moved out, so why don't you give me an example of when I've been aggressive?
Gee, so I wonder when it started, everyone.
Yeah, when you left. When you walked out on me.
When I walked out?
When you walked out on me.
When I walked out, as in willingly.
Yeah.
Not because someone told me, oh yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not because I overheard in another room, he's going to be out by the 1st, right?
Yeah, we were talking about David.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, you just had to leave.
Okay, that's my grievance. He's a dick.
My grievance is that Kahlo is a big dick, and he just walks out on his friends, or so-called friends. Maybe they're not friends anymore. I don't know, because he never talks to me.
Talked to you today when I got in the car. Well, for a little while.
I miss you.
Wow. Wow, that's really kind of going crazy there.
All right. We got a Skype call, by the way.
Yeah,
look. Lloyd in the chat. You kicked him out, didn't you? He did. Thank you.
No, you could have stayed. But you're like, no, I don't want to stay in the basement.
Did we not just recently you tell us how you had to sell everything because there wasn't enough room?
Huh?
Recently.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I want to make room. Actually, I'm going to turn what would have been your room into a man cave where I can go be alone from everybody and sit in my fortress of solitude and have video game posters up. So what do you think about that?
You didn't even have video game posters up to begin with.
Now I do.
You had anime.
Yeah, you had anime scrolls.
Oh, I threw those away. Anime's dumb.
I doubt that.
All right, so
they're not on the phone yet.
They're not? Okay.
No.
I was going to say. I don't know why. I literally hate the new Skype because you can't mute every individual sound effect. Like, there are some sound effects you can't just make go away. That's why, dude, the ringer effect came on.
I was looking for a way to turn that off.
Yeah, I mean, keep looking for one, because if it's on, go ahead and switch it on.
Oh, my. Malkyria at the start of this segment said, my tablet is ready to draw some of these quote-unquote rumors.
All right.
No.
So
Yes.
I want to. I've got a rumor that I want to start. Do you guys feel a little bit better now that you've aired your grievances?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Do you feel better, Juxta?
I would feel better if we would hang out sometime, but I don't know.
Well, maybe if it was just
Laying
the two
on
of
the
us.
You,
Just the two of us.
maybe. Yeah. No baby. How about no baby? I feel like I
my
could.
baby's the best thing in the world.
It's not actually a baby I'm talking about.
Are you gonna babysit my baby? Because
Me? Me?
What? No.
Why are you looking at me?
Talking to
I
you.
would
I'm
never babysit your baby.
I'm actually looking at the cup, but I mean, yeah. Are you gonna babysit my baby? Considering you don't really work anymore.
If we're hanging out, why would I babysit your baby?
Huh?
Yeah. How can he? How
I
can
thought you were gonna move in back with me.
That sounds like a bad situation.
I was gonna say there's a bad sitcom waiting to happen.
Yeah. Right.
That's a bad horror movie waiting to happen.
Anyway.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So give us a call if you have grievances to air. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715. LimitBreakRadio.com/Discord if you want to call in over Discord. I've got a rumor that I want to address that I feel like there's someone in the chat has been talking about this. I've been going around with some guy on Twitter about it for like now 2 weeks. But this rumor of the 1900 parse that I did, that just will not go away.
Whoa, that was a rumor?
It's not a rumor. I confirmed it last week as fact.
And these not take any pride in your DPS?
And these motherfuckers think that I'm embarrassed by any of this. That's the part that I find fucking hysterical, is that someone has said, why don't you comment on the rumor? And I was like, did you not listen to last week's show? It's not a rumor. That is fact.
He's like, I did it.
I did that shit. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. That's the part that doesn't seem to connect.
Someone in the chat is clarifying 1951.
That's fine. Good. That's even better than what I was claiming. That's 51 better. I should be embarrassed though. I'm not.
Is it confirmed that this Anubis Nemesis is the guy? Because he obviously has the picture saved, right?
I'm guessing. That's what I'm gonna guess.
That's a really cool name he has, by the way.
You know what that's in reference to?
Anubis Nemesis.
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh,
god damn it!
You fucking nerd.
So yeah, this idea that I should be embarrassed by the 1900 DPS, that's fine if you're some fucking tryhard. I don't really give a shit, because the context of it was that it was in a normal duty finder queue for one of the Sigmascapes. It's not Savage, not queuing for one of the extremes.
Not even relevant anymore.
And there was no performance issues. Someone claimed, they were like, I've got video of it, and one of the tanks died. Maybe that happened. I don't really care.
Wouldn't that be on the healers then?
Maybe. I don't fucking care. That's the part that I think that people really don't either understand, or that gets caught up because they keep bringing it up as if it's supposed to be something that I either care about or embarrassed by, and I'm not. I'm just playing the fucking game, because this is and this really speaks to my larger point that I have been making about Final Fantasy XIV really since Heaven's Word, is that Square Enix doesn't care whether or not I care. Square Enix doesn't design the content so that my 1900 DPS is not, you know what I mean? Like, they're not designing the fights so that me slacking off on DPS matters an iota whether or not we finish. If we were in Savage, yeah, that would be a different conversation.
What fight was this?
One of the Sigmascapes. I don't even know which one, because I can't even be bothered to figure it out.
Manda Bear X says, why don't you care about what you put into a game that you pay for and speak about weekly?
Because Square Enix literally doesn't require me through the content to care. I can sleepwalk through dungeons. I can sleepwalk through raids. No one gives a shit. Unless people are dying and the raid is failing, then I might get my shit together and try a little bit harder.
Yeah, plus it doesn't even make sense in the grand scheme of efficiency. If you can beat something doing the average, why would you put everything into it? This is like energy.
This is like the people who are like, you're not doing your optimal rotation in a fucking dungeon. Fuck off. The only thing that I'm doing is wasting a little bit of your time. And honestly, it's like 4 minutes of time, if that. Fuck off. Like, I should give a shit. Now, here's the thing. Square Enix, if Square Enix wants to put in content that will actually, like, necessitate me trying or doing something specific, then I might try a little.
But wait.
I'm just, dude, all I'm doing is killing time until I see whether or not Eureka is worth doing or not at this point.
But Lexi Viraja says 1900 isn't even average, though. It's so far below.
Don't really care. I didn't lose hate on whatever I needed to tank.
What do you mean you don't care?
Doesn't really bother me. We've finished.
What does that mean?
We accomplished the mission.
You don't care?
It doesn't matter.
The entire chat has a grievance that they are so pissed that you don't care.
Apparently.
They care.
Well, they can give us a call. They can feel free to give us a call and air those grievances, which apparently we have someone on the line. Audra Birdsong of Leviathan. What's going on, Audra?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
How are you not a girl? Audra Birdsong? Are you fucking kidding me? My grievance to you is stop naming yourself like a girl if you're not a fucking girl. Jesus.
I could be a female for all you know. I don't know why you're assuming my gender.
Well, you are an ugly-sounding female, then, I will have you know.
That is rude.
Well, it's not wrong.
It was a joke, you bitch.
All right, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to give a shout-out to my hell peeps. And I also have a grievance to pick with you, Nero. It's about tank DPS.
Here we go.
I heard he doesn't care.
So I was listening to your podcast last week, and then you said that 1.9k DPS on a tank isn't bad.
1.9k on DPS for a tank. No, I'm not saying whether or not that's good or not. I don't care whether it's good or not. What I care about is, did I hold hate? Did anyone die? Especially if I'm queuing for a normal Sigmascape.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you wipe?
Fine.
Nope.
So you specifically said that 1.9k DPS isn't bad. And I'm calling because my bone to pick is I don't care if you don't care about the game. But when you have a platform like LBR, man, you got to be careful what you say. 1.9k DPS on a tank is terrible. Period.
No,
I would completely agree
I'm going to qualify. Listen, what I said exactly was for how much I play this game. Yeah, 1.9k isn't bad, and that isn't bad considering that I haven't even been capping tomes for an entire expansion. Since 3.3, shut the fuck up. Since 3.3, I haven't been capping my goddamn tomes. Now you want to sit here and you want to tell me that 1.9k for someone who has been doing not even the bare minimum of what you need to do for this game, that's not that bad? I mean, come on now. I should have been way lower. I should have been down in 1,500. I should have been down in 1,300 if this was any other MMO. If this was a respectable MMO where the gear meant some shit, where I actually had to put in work to get in my next tier of gear. Instead, that shit was just handed out to me. I was handed a 1.9k parse without ever fucking trying. You're making my point for me. You're making the point that I've been making about this game forever.
Okay, so do you think 1.9k DPS for a tank is good if that tank doesn't care about the game?
For someone who has been logging in as little as I had, yes.
Hold on. Saying something's not bad doesn't mean that it's good. If he finished the content, it's passable.
Yeah. I did exactly what I needed to do to get through the fucking content.
At least decent when it isn't.
What I'm saying is, dude, I didn't even say what you're trying to claim that I said. You fucking liar!
It wasn't bad. Those were your words. I'm not lying. Go listen to your own podcast.
I will. And again, I qualified it by saying, for as much work as I've been putting in, yeah, that's not bad.
Again, not bad does not mean good.
I want to agree with you. I mean, look, I want to agree with you, but the thing is, when you have this platform and you tell people that 1.9 DPS isn't bad as a tank, it makes people think that that's the gospel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's,
what are you talking about?
If anybody takes LBR's word as gospel, then
holy shit.
You are a community figure, Aniro. That's what Audra's trying to say. I got your back, girl.
Oh,
all right?
my
You are
God.
a community figure, and so you need to keep in mind what you say, because some little fledgling FF14 player might saunter on in here and hear us trying to tell Escalia that he has to put alcohol up his butt and be like, you know what? These guys know what they're talking about, and I should definitely emulate them to the best of my ability.
Bro, you are
That's
taking this serious. You are taking this show more seriously than anyone on it.
You think so?
Yes.
You're the one who's backtracking, not me.
I'm not backtracking. I'm opening lines saying, "Bring it on, sons of bitches."
I want to be just like you when I hit 70. Can you show me how to 1900 DPS?
See, you fucked that guy.
Hero.
Yeah. All you got to do your 1, 2, 3 combos and never do anything else. There you go.
Also, stand in the red. It boosts your DPS.
And staying grit.
So, Nero, let me ask though. So, in all seriousness, though, why are you staying away from Savage content? Why do you refuse to do anything Savage related?
Because it's pointless, dude. How many times do we have to retread this?
Every single episode.
Every fucking time. Okay, there is no point to doing Savage or Extreme content because that gear gets outdated in one patch or a patch and a half. There's no point.
And that the only content you need that gear for is the content you're getting the gear from.
Thank you.
If there was more to do, there were things that required teamwork and that actually required people to have the top tier gear to like do a big scale content past Savage rating, it would make sense. It doesn't currently make sense in the way that this game currently exists, which is why I also, this time around, my group has been kind of falling apart.
For Aniero's DPS lesson.
I have not entered Savage yet this tier because my group's falling apart and I cannot find a reason to pug it because why does it matter?
Even Nika.
I mean,
even me.
Dude, you're talking to people who have been playing this game for so long and having to report on it that there's no way that we don't see the patterns in development and there's no way that we don't get bored by it, right? Like, I get it. You're probably just, super hype off of Stormblood. What, you picked it up because you read it on a Mrs. Freshly's packet or some shit? I don't know. But you're super hype off of Stormblood, and I get it, but your Stormblood boner is going to go away at some point, and you're going to realize in a patch or two, maybe an expansion or two if you're lucky, or if you're dumb like us, that it's the same fucking shit every single expansion. And in fact, you get less content every single time the cycle comes around. And you know what? Sorry, I don't feel like playing a game with diminishing returns and pushing myself for gear that is not applicable for 99% of the content in this game. Does that make enough fucking sense for you? No? Hung up.
Miss
Cool.
Songbird, are you there?
Oh, yep, he left.
Oh.
See, you confront them with logic, and you confront them with an actual answer, and they hang up the phone. Come on.
So, myth busted.
I mean, I feel so called out on my DPS numbers, guys. Like, what's...
Well, if you would just stop professing that 1900 DPS is the absolute maximum you could ever possibly get, and it's really, really good.
I think that maybe what we need to start including at the beginning of the show, but like at the intro or after the intro, is including that LBR is not responsible for all of its content.
Well, no, we are. I mean, we're responsible for everything that we say. But dude, this is an entertainment show. When you have a platform that's as established as LBR, What?
AKA, we did podcasts for 10 years.
Yeah, we've just, dude, all we've been doing is doing this for a long fucking time. We stopped taking ourselves seriously a long time ago. We don't take the fact that we have a platform seriously in the least degree. None. So I don't know what the fuck that guy was going on about, nor do I think I ever claimed that 1900 was good.
See,
I said, I think what I said was that it wasn't bad considering the circumstances.
Considering that you haven't been playing,
yes,
and that you just recently picked it up from going on like a 3-month break or however long.
Longer than 3 months. I would say that my break from this game probably started at 3.3, if not 3.4. Right? That's long. I'd say that's longer than 3 months. That's longer than 6 months. And I'm still not even capping tones. Like, I'm logging in a couple of days a week. Unfortunately, I'd like to be streaming it a little bit more, but sometimes I'm playing from work. But like, Eureka does have me a little bit excited, right? Like, I actually do want to be able to do Eureka and not totally suck at it if it ends up being good. So I don't want my eye level to be at 4.0 eye levels, right? Like, normally wouldn't give a shit. I'd just kind of, piecemeal my gear. But I do want to be at somewhat current eye level for when Eureka comes out. And given that, that's the most of the trying that I've done. Given that, I'm pulling off a 1900 DPS. And by the way, higher than one of the DPS classes in there, which nobody is bothering to talk about.
I remember.
Anubis Nemthus in the chat points out that the reason you do Savage gear content is so you get the gear for Ultimate. So that just completely depunked all of your point. For Ultimate.
For one confrontation.
Well,
what do you get out of Ultimate?
Nothing that matters that much.
What the fuck?
Also says that the reward is getting better as a player, getting high scores on the logs, the competitive content to play with friends.
Oh my god, you numbers dork. I don't care.
Sometimes that's motivation, though. But in a situation like this, it really isn't. Like, if there was some kind of big, like, free company as content that requires everyone to be on the top of their game with the top gear to go and kill the biggest mobs and like get it, that doesn't exist in this game.
If literally all I care about is being able to log in and do the latest, the latest normal raid, the latest alliance raid, and the latest dungeons, no, I don't have to try that fucking raid.
Look, guys, play Final Fantasy 14 because.
So
Savage is fun, and that's why you should do it.
Sounds like you guys don't like video games in general.
What?
Oh my god.
You geeks are so gullible.
I love people who have blinders on that can have such a narrow view of the world and your experiences in it.
Please notice me, Senpai. I need fodder.
Oh, hi, Nuclear.
The problem,
I don't know what I was supposed to do there.
The problem is that people see it in black and white, and that collar was such a perfect example of it. You said it's not bad. That must mean it's good. It's just like the whole guns conversation right now. Guns are bad. We're not getting rid of them. Nobody said to get rid of them. We had a freaking caller that called in and was on FEC and was like, "Who's gonna take them away?" We don't want to take them away. Yeah, but who's going to take them away? Are the police going to do it?
How are the police going to take away the guns?
No one's taking them away, but you want to take away our guns. Like, people can only see one or the other.
And Nero, why are you trying to take away our tank DPS, Nero? Why are you trying to do that?
You're right. This is what I'm saying. This is the position that I'm really advocating for. In the same way that there are people in the community that believe that healers don't need to do DPS, I also believe that tanks don't need to do DPS. So all I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to do my hate combo, and then I'm going to auto attack until somebody almost steals hate from me, and then I'll start doing my hate combo again.
Just keep enmity.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do as a tank.
That's your job.
That's all you ever need to do as a tank. Ever.
Nice.
Period. And I'm advocating for that position openly and sincerely,
on
so
his
that
platform.
if on my platform, so that if anyone hears this show without context, I believe tanks don't need to do DPS. All they need to do is hold hate. That's it.
Skirl, can we get a clip of him saying that?
Only ever.
Only ever.
Fuck what Mr. Happy or Xeno6Vests will tell you. I know I fucked up his name. I always fuck up his name. Fuck what Joe will tell you. They're all wrong.
And Nero's right.
I'm right. Tanks only ever need to do hate mechanics, and that's it. And also, Eorzea is flat.
Hold on. I'm going to add to this.
He's so woke.
I'm going to add to this because, Nero, you're taking a hard stance here, playing the way that you want to play, all right? And
it's my $12!
It is. It's his $12. I personally pay $14.99 a month, and that is my $14.99 a month. In order for me to have fun, I want to take a new angle with Ninja, right? I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy XI. And
Ninjas? That's gay.
Yeah. And back then, we weren't so much as DPS as we were pullers, and it was our job to do hate management. And some tanks have a hard time with that, right?
This is an endorsement from hell.
So I would like to go forth saying that from now on, as a ninja, I'm not going to worry about DPS so much as I am going to worry that tanks have hate and that healers don't. So
you're just going to use those 2 hate mechanics you have, and that's it.
Yeah.
And sneak attack.
And sneak attack, because it's sneak attack. Come on.
But not trick attack, because it doesn't have hate tools.
Right. And I'm not going to worry about keeping Hutan up. That's too hard.
See, exactly. Ronan says, just look at the map. It's flat. Eorzea is flat. I'm telling you guys.
All right.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So, all right. So, so the rumor that Nero does 1900 DPS.
By the way, black magic can also melt steel beams, just so you know.
Rumor number 1, Nero does 1951 DPS. Confirmed, but we don't care.
Okay, real quick, before we go on to our next rumor, let's go back to our phone lines and talk to Tash Bloodcaster of Sergeant Tannis. What's going on, Tash?
Is a guy.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Got it.
What's going on, Tash? How you doing?
I'm the only girl that plays this game, don't you know?
Yeah, we kind of figured. Anyway, Tash, what's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to come on and talk about how everybody's attacking you for your tank DPS.
More airing of grievances. By the way, happy Festivus, Tash.
Happy Festivus to you.
Thank you.
So, everybody's attacking you for your tank DPS.
Yes.
Similar to how they used to attack healers for healer DPS.
Right.
Where in both instances, like, I recently jumped back into 14. I joined you guys' free company, whatever the hell.
Oh man,
Welcome.
now you're just in a free company of bads. Your bad is going to continue. Sorry.
I'm a Dark Knight that cleared the fourth round of Sigmascape with 1500 DPS.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's passable to go
That's
almost
not bad.
down to like 1200.
Right.
That's not bad.
Do you feel bad about it? Does it keep you up at night?
It made me cancel my sub because I shouldn't have been able to pass that.
I agree. Listen, man.
Delta.
Listen, man. I will agree with you 110%. Now, I shouldn't be able to pass Sigmascape raids with 1900 DPS. I shouldn't be able to, but I can. And in fact, significantly less than that. So, you know, I think that, yeah, like that kind of only proves the point that it's like, listen, if Square Enix isn't going to make these encounters difficult enough to make me want to, you know, make my character better, then what's the point? Because like if the challenge, right? Like if the spectrum of challenge is exactly the same between dungeons and normal raids and normal and really alliance raids, like that challenge spectrum is really all the same. There's nothing that kind of ramps up the challenge into into savage raids outside of extreme primals. That's kind of it, and that's just really just one fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and before all the people start jerking off in the chat about asking if it's 08S or whatever, it was normal, because if I wanted to go fight the same match with more health, I would.
But it has different mechanics.
But it's a totally different fight.
The experience is really
cool. Fucking fight.
That person that's asking that,
fucking game. It's the
same. It shouldn't
fight.
matter that it's normal mode, because if 1500 DPS is everyone screaming about how bad that is for normal mode, then make it matter that you do more for normal mode. Like normal mode's supposed to be easier, but the thing is that if it's so easy that you can get away with bad DPS, then the game needs to adjust for that. Like if they're like, oh man, everyone's just skating by with minimum DPS, maybe we should, make our shit challenging.
Dude, the only thing that for normal raids that you need to do is not fall asleep.
Which, to be fair, is a pretty big challenge in Final Fantasy XIV. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
beat me there.
And another story, 07. I was the main tank. The other one died. We cleared it with one tank that was severely undergeared.
Yeah. I'm not surprised to hear any of this. None. Not at all. I mean, this is pretty plate standard for FF14 at this point.
But you guys should want to be better even though you're already good enough.
Yeah. I mean, again, I sort of see this argument in the same light as people who are like, well, you should be doing your optimal rotation on a dungeon. No, the fuck no. Why? Wait, what? No. Why would I be doing my optimal rotation on a dungeon?
You never have enough time to get your optimal rotation in a dungeon. Thank you. Everything's dead by the time you get to the middle of it.
Yeah.
You should at least try.
It's an asinine argument that is really, I mean, let's be honest. You're just trying to shame the person. That's all you're doing, is you're just trying to shame the person because they're not living up to whatever blank expectation you have. Even though it got cleared, it got, very few people died. Like I wish people had died in the run that people were bitching about my 1900 parse in, because then they'd have a point.
No, because if they died...
Hell groups endorse a failing podcast.
No, because if they died... and you had 1900 DPS, and you still cleared, that's even more to your point.
I mean, yeah. And that's the thing. If there was, I mean, the other...
If there was a wipe, then maybe.
Yeah.
But
no, none of that. Like, dude, the whole notion is fucking silly. And Tash, man, I'm totally right there with you that, fuck, dude, if I wanted to go do Savage and do the exact same fight with more HP... I don't know, that's not that appealing to me. So, Tash, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. Any shout-outs before we let you go?
Shout out to you guys, because I don't play this game anymore.
Woo! All right.
Hell yeah.
Tash, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. If you want to give us a call, Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. And we'd be interested in hearing from you. Whether you've got a grievance or not, whatever you want to talk about, whether it's my DPS, whether it's, the relative difficulty of raids in this game, whatever you want to talk about, lines are open, because we're not going to be talking any 14 unless you are. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. So that's one rumor.
Can we get to the good one?
Let's talk about the other rumor.
The juicy one.
The other rumor.
Limit Break Radio's best kept secret.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nika?
Oh. Our Stormblood branded honey buns are guaranteed to give you the power to do 1900 DPS. Visit your local vending machine today.
Thanks, Mrs. F.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
FFXIV Hell endorses Limit Break Radio.
Thank you, FFXIV Hell. Not sure what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah.
Nika?
It's where tanks do 1900
Nika, I feel like you're putting off telling the story.
Come on, you gotta take the reins on this.
Story?
Yeah, you have the context for it.
I do have the context.
This is not my story to tell.
You brought this to us.
I did. All right. So I would also be curious, just throwing this out before we get going, if anyone in the chat has heard rumors about us, like as people.
I want to listen again.
I would be very curious to hear.
Airing of grievances. We do want to hear every rumor that anyone has ever heard about Limit Break Radio, like
or
I'm sure
its hosts,
right? Like I'm sure that
that we're failing podcasts.
Our fans. I mean, our fans talk about Limit Break Radio a lot. They end up connecting with each other and finding each other in the real world in strange places. Sometimes we've facilitated that I know of at least one marriage, if not two. I think two. So, it's a thing that happens. And I just, in talking to other LBR fans, I want to know what the rumors you hear about the hosts, whether, not in game, but us as people. That's what we want to know about.
Yeah, I'd be curious, and then we will feel free to confirm or deny if you are curious about these rumors, because you haven't brought them to us, and I'd be curious.
It's like a BuzzFeed article. What's true?
That's right.
All right, so this rumor. So it's no longer a rumor that back at the 2014 FanFest, Aniro got completely smashed.
Blackout drunk,
so wasted he was vomiting, throwing up.
On the, like in the club, I was throwing up.
You were like sleeping on the trash can, practically falling in, like throwing up on the pavement.
It was Skuro levels of drunk.
Man.
Apparently, at one point, I had grabbed an ice bucket to throw up in. And someone from the club went, don't do that, and gave
they brought
me
you a trash can.
An actual trash can.
Mm-hmm. So that is no longer. That was a rumor for a while, but which she instantly confirmed.
Oh yeah. I mean, the minute that we got back from FanFest, even in the episode, the second day, I'm like, dude, I overdid it last night. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this. And then proceeds to let Nika host the rest of that day's worth of shit until the wrap up. I literally went back to my.
You came to the opening thing that day, and then you went back to bed.
I went back to bed, and then I came back out to record the wrap up. That was it. That's all I could do. That's how fucking hungover I was.
Wow.
It was bad.
Apparently, this rumor goes farther than this. I don't know where. I'm like, my mind is so completely like blown away by this rumor. So apparently, not only did Aniro get so wasted, not only did I have to take him back to his hotel room, which I did. By the way, this was a true thing. Apparently, a couple other guys came back with us, and once we got back to Aniro's room, things happened.
What kind of things?
Sexy things.
The rumor. God, I hate saying this. The rumor.
Foot things?
No.
Ear things?
The rumor is that Nico was sober, which is true. Aniro was wasted, which is true, but not passed out yet. And that, Aniro just, all he has to do is press down gently on Nika's head, and she gives him blowjobs. I mean, that's a thing, apparently.
Nika.
Scandalous.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What happened next?
First of all, hashtag me too if this is true.
No.
He was drunk, Nika. You can't take advantage of him like that.
Sober. And the rumor continues in that, it's so against Nika's personality to be this way. I guess she's just submissive by nature.
Oh my god.
And then apparently I continued to bang the rest of the random strangers in that room. After Aniro passed out, I apparently gave him a blowjob. Aniro passed out on the bed, and then I transitioned to having full-on sexual intercourse with random strangers in the room.
Damn.
Wow.
I am quite the slut, apparently.
Fuck, man. I fucked up.
What is this rumor? Like, I can't even, like, when I heard this rumor, I just, like, my jaw dropped and I just burst out laughing.
Oh, my God.
Wait, didn't the rumor at one point say that you also had sex with the unconscious Aniro?
No.
Oh,
okay.
No. Apparently, I'm just very submissive and easy.
She draws the line there.
I see.
And then all you have to do, whether I'm sober or not, is push on my head down to my knees and I will blow you. And then I will just have sex with everyone who is still conscious in the room. This is a real rumor, guys. This really came back to me through the grapevine, and I'm just appalled. And if any of you have heard this rumor and that I'm not just hearing it from some random person, I would love to hear that.
First of all, let me confirm.
This happened.
Confirm or deny?
Let me confirm. I was so blackout drunk. There is no way that you could have even coaxed an erection out of me. Like, there's whiskey dick, and then there's like, take this man to a hospital, he might have alcohol poisoning.
Okay,
I was the latter.
But to be fair, the rumor doesn't state whether or not you were hard or not.
It does not.
This is important detail. Now, Nika, we're gonna have to confirm whether or not in this version of events I was hard or not.
Because Kyler says, "Fuck, I'm never missing FanFest again."
Because this is an important thing to know. Because if he says I was hard, immediately you know that
debunked.
That's fake. Yeah. Because. I like honestly, like we all know this. I've been quite open about it. I have to run down the hall screaming at the top of my lungs to be able to achieve erection.
It can be very dangerous for the person giving him head,
especially if the situation is I'm drunk. I'm definitely going to be running into things if I'm trying to achieve an erection. There's just something about the free wind on my junk.
I really wish I knew who this person who originally started this rumor was, because it's so elaborate that they had to self-insert themselves into this fantasy. It's like, I went back with them to the hotel. Nika blew a Nero, and then she had sex with me, and let me tell you all about her naked body. And I'm like, this is like so obviously like some weird fucked up fantasy. I can't even wrap my mind around this.
And the thing is that, like, talking about it on the air, we know that this person has got to be listening obsessively. They have to be listening right now.
Well, because you're
a fucking creeper, dude. You're a creeper for self-inserting yourself into fanfic porn. Oh. That's gross.
See, now...
Gross.
You're right, because as I'm
creeped out by this.
As I'm thinking about this, because one of the things that we were talking about when you first brought this up is like, why would someone do this? Like, is someone trying to embroil us in a scandal? Because to me, there's three reasons why this happens. All right, the first one is that they're trying to discredit Limit Break Radio as an organization. And let me tell you,
we do a great job of doing that ourselves. Thank you very much.
We don't need any help.
This isn't going to do it.
Have you been listening today? Come on.
The second one is that they're hoping that maybe this rumor will cause some type of inner turmoil and cause Limit Break Radio to implode on itself. To which I say, really? You thought that you'd drive a wedge between Nika and a Nero, and that's what's going to tear us apart?
Well, no. There's a wedge between me and Nika, or me and Daddy now. Because what are you doing slutting around with other chicks? I mean, chicks in general.
Excuse me, you should actually be upset because this isn't a matter of him doing something. He was drunk. Nika took advantage of him.
That's right.
What the fuck, Nika?
What? No, he pushed on my head, apparently.
He didn't know what he was doing.
It doesn't matter how drunk he was. He wanted it.
He was clearly using you for balance, and you just took that the completely wrong way. You took advantage of my daddy.
Oh, my God.
Don't come to FanFest next year.
The third option.
This is insane.
The third option, which I think is more likely and more disturbing, given some of the other stories I've heard from female friends and exes and how men, especially on the internet and private messages, react, is that this person, like you guys said, self-inserted themselves for some weird-ass fucking fantasy and then got off on the fact that they were able to talk directly to Nika about it.
It's that one.
Wow. Yeah, that I could see.
It's hard to tell. Like, I don't want to start blaming people, especially if my my acquaintance is listening. But like, I heard this from someone who says they heard it from someone else. Now, I don't know if this person is making it up. I don't want to doubt him, but it's possible. As well as it is also possible that someone is going around in other forums and other places and spreading this rumor as well. So.
Well, but that's sort of what led to the call, today's episode and the challenge to call in is like, listen, I want to know what other people have heard about us.
Please.
Listen, I am happy to admit my own behavior. Okay, I'm totally willing to admit the shittiest things that I've ever done in this community.
Has someone told Mr. Happy? Because he's going to be devastated hearing it like this.
Oh my God, get out of here. Don't start any more of those rumors.
You guys want to know what Limit Break Radio's second best kept secret is? Bert is actually Nika's.
Yeah, good try there.
Oh my God. I just, like, when I first heard the rumor, the first reaction is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I laughed out loud. What?
But then, you start thinking about it a little bit more, and that this person created this scenario in their head and then inserted themselves in it. Fucking skeeves me out. Totally.
I mean, I can give, and I'm pretty sure I gave the actual details of what happened that night on LBR that next week. Like, I could flat out tell you the only people there were myself, Aniro, and Jinx McNinja. And if I don't believe it'd be him spreading this rumor, but I guess I don't know.
Nika had sex with Jinx McNinja?
With Jinx too, apparently. But no, we carried Aniro up to the room. He was so like passed out that we were literally carrying him.
Yeah.
And he lay down on the. Actually, Aniro, you did wake up long enough to tell us to plug in your phone and to like get you a wet washcloth.
I'm impressed.
You made sure you told us to plug in your phone and like a battery for the podcast, something. You woke up long enough to tell us to plug that stuff in.
Now,
and then you were gone. And then you were just gone.
That's not bad.
Gone.
That's not bad. I mean, for how drunk I was, that's not bad. Now, I'm sure that I'm going to get a call here in just a second saying that I did really well when I was drunk.
If you get drunk, you can press my head down to give you a blowjob.
Oh, great.
Man, so much people are giving you permission, man.
Dude, that's what's up.
Okay, that might actually be him. He's not streaming anymore.
And believe me, I know all about swallowing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. Now you took it to a weird place. But
Wait, was it already in a weird place?
No.
Well,
I mean, for us,
this is kind of a hot place for me.
I mean, only because it's actually hot in the room.
Ugh. I don't want to know.
What?
You touched your nipple when you said that.
I know. It's because I'm trying to air.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think that's what you were doing. I think you.
I don't know what
you
you're
were
talking
definitely
about.
stroking your nipple.
Screw
You were pinching your nipple.
Guys, must be nice that someone carries your ass than calling an ambulance and waking up with an IV in your arm in a child's hospital with a $800 bill. But I'm not salty about that at all.
Eat it, dude.
To be fair, I don't think I was as drunk as Skro.
No, you weren't. You were not. Like Skro, when I was during the last fan fest, like watching Skro, I was actually scared for his life. I was not scared for your life during.
Yeah, because he was down and not responsive at all.
And that's
like
the
you
thing.
would actually wake up and say something. Like you kept asking where your glasses were and your ID, which I had both of them, and I told you multiple times.
I know, but I was hammered.
Wake up and ask for them again.
What do you want? But again, therein lies the difference. Therein lies the biggest difference is that Skro was unresponsive and we couldn't get him to wake up. I was
forcing fellatio.
I was saying dumb shit and apparently
he was suggesting.
Have you seen those delicious biceps he has? They're very, very agreeable.
I'm sorry, the Jello logs?
Hey.
Jello logs?
Do this.
The reason...
Flap your arm. Look at it.
What?
Blub, 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 blub.
It's not. It is not. Fucking asshole.
So the reason I
look
believe
at him, he's pulling his arms in now.
Definitely more of a. What are you guys doing over there?
He meant in a secure way, not like he's grabbing anything. He's not drunk enough.
Grab these. These nuts.
Anyway, Nika, you were trying to say something.
Yeah, no, the reason I believe too that this is more of a self-insertion creep fantasy more than anything else is that if anyone wanted to spread this rumor, all you had to do was post it to Reddit. And as far as I know, this rumor has not circulated Reddit.
Well, now it will.
Except
now it will, sure. But I mean, if someone wanted to actually get us in a scandal, tear us apart, break us down, something, they would have posted that somewhere. And what it seems like to me is the two options are either my friend is making this up or somebody is spreading this personally in one-on-one conversations as like a brag.
Well,
like, oh, hey, I was hanging out with them and I slept with Nika. Like that to me, like
that's
bragging. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that seems like.
Well, because you also said that he like heard it from someone through Second Life.
Dude, yes, apparently he was playing the rumor, the way it started.
What is this, 2006?
Is that he actually sent me a message like a week ago. I responded and then he didn't reply. Then last night he goes, oh, I was going to say this to you, but I didn't know if this would embarrass you. Like,
See?
What?
See?
And he goes, but it was a week later. So like the first message was apparently right after the conversation happened. And then it took him like a week to finally work up the balls to like tell me the rumor.
What this looks like to me is that first time was him attempting to go through with this, right? But he kind of chickened out about it and didn't get the courage back up until the next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. But if I believe every word he's saying, which I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for this particular conversation, the situation is that he met somebody on Second Life and they were talking about MMOs in general. And then one of them brought up that they used to play Final Fantasy 14 and they went to the FF14 Fan Fest. They went to our after party. And then this person of mine was like, oh, I used to play with person from LBR back in the FF11 days. And so the other person was like, oh, let me tell you what happened at FanFest. And it went from there.
How, because this was what, 2013 FanFest? 2014 FanFest? How did this stay under wraps for 4 years?
Yeah, I feel like if it was true, it would have surfaced somewhere between then and now. So that's why it also feels like somebody is getting off on this creep fantasy.
Heckmeck the First, just to play devil's advocate a little bit here, says if I wanted to hide the truth, this is how I would do it. Hashtag me too.
Well, but isn't there some kind of victim then? Like what are
the
we trying
victim here would be
hide?
Senpai because I would have cheated on him. So,
Well, okay, but what about a Nero?
Yeah, what about poor Daddy?
Apparently he initiated this.
No, Nika, he was trying to keep his balance, and you're just like, oh, blowjob time.
That was not part of the rumor. You were adding that in as headcanon.
You are victim shaming right now, and I will not stand for it.
Rumor.
And also, does it really work that easy? I just gotta push you down and then you go on?
No, it does not. But apparently, according to this person, they strongly believe that it seems out of character, but I guess Nika's submissive by nature. Those are the exact words.
It sounds
so
that's
fake,
so
right?
creepy.
It's
Like
so
that,
creepy.
That
It's so
sentence
fake.
alone fucking sends like chills down my spine.
Canon.
Wow, how did we all miss that?
Thanks, Meternex. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Bravo. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Tika Pelli wants to know, please confirm or deny that you are willing to rub beards at FanFest?
Sure.
Okay, there you go, Capelli.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Just as long as the lips don't touch, because those are mine.
You are so possessive.
Well, with this show, what do you expect from me? You're just going down on everyone today. Or making people go down. Or keeping your balance on every... I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you're going
I'm
with it
rereading
either.
this conversation from him, and this just sounds so cringy and creepy.
Do you want to read a passage?
Okay, like the very first thing he said was, I was told that at one of the fan fests you were totally sober, but that Nero, or whatever his name is, one of the Limit Break people, was drunk off his ass.
How does he know my name or whatever it is? Like, you know what I mean? Like
he spelled it wrong.
Nika is the focus of this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, and he says he was drunk off his ass and had kind of taken charge of the situation, and that you had ended up going down on him even though you were sober. They said, quote, I think she is submissive by nature, quote, and had said some other sexual stuff happened that was out of character for you, but that it was a well-kept secret. That was the first
title of the episode, by the way, Well Kept Secrets.
I mean, it's like...
This is insane.
He's like, this sounded kind of out of character for what I know about you, so I just wanted to ask if it was true. And he goes,
totally.
He goes, the guy that told me about this, I don't know his FF14 name, but he mentioned you to me out of nowhere, and I was surprised because I was like, oh, I kind of know her. So then this apparently spiraled into all of this crap. He says he played a lot until Stormblood and used to be in the LBR Link Shell. So narrowing it down.
That could be any one of 200 different people.
Basically, what I was told is that a Nero, without warning, pushed you to your knees and stuff happened. And even though it went against your nature, you are submissive, so went along with it. And then he said that it turned into sex with him while a Nero was passed out.
Does that make you a passed out cuck?
I don't know.
The guy claimed he was involved in the situation and that he went back to the hotel with you and a Nero, and that's when it happened.
So, again, and Jinx McNinja was the only one to help me back to the hotel room.
Yep, it was me.
Thanked him multiple times for that.
Like 2 tons, and who was it that like drove us back? Somebody got the car and drove
I thought it was Adamus that drove us.
Oh, it was
back.
Adamus. That's right.
Because it was his bucket. It was his bucket that I had with me that I puked in several fucking times.
Poor
it was. Adamus drove us to the hotel and made sure, he's like, are you guys going to be okay? And we're like, yeah, we're fine. And then Jinx and Jinx is tinier than me. We somehow lugged you up to your room. I don't know.
There was nothing happening in that room that night except for a lot of vomiting and like drunk stumbling. Like there was just nothing going on.
My favorite part of the story wasn't the next morning when Nika came to your room, you opened the door and then puked in front of her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Where'd that rumor come from?
No, I just thought that's what I remember from one of the stories.
Yeah, no. I think I may have puked in between like the wake up call that I had gotten and I don't know. I did a lot of throwing up.
I mean, the throw up that happened in front of me is while we were waiting for Animus to bring the car around. You were puking on the sidewalk in front of the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's possible that you puked right outside of the hotel.
Yeah, no. I think I puked again as you guys were carrying me through the parking structure.
Yeah, like you either puked in the parking spot. I think you tried stuff in front of the hotel. I remember you puking in front of the hotel and people standing like staring at us.
Well, you know what happened? I had seen someone else's puke on the ground, and my brain went, "Oh, that's a good idea," and so I joined in. So yeah, no, I mean, like, I do remember enough about that night to know nothing was happening with the genital.
JW Flux says you're not drunk unless you crap your pants.
Okay, I don't know if I want.
True.
I've never been drunk before. Then
I don't know if I want to admit how drunk I was.
Gross. All right,
I may have had to throw underwear out. I mean, I'm just like, there are other factors here that prove.
That's just smart traveling, though. You don't keep your clothes that you take on a trip. You just throw them away. Then you have room for souvenirs.
I mean, literally, there was like one of my shirts was so covered in
vomit
that it was just.
Ooh, you learned your lesson?
No, because I mean, I've been drunk enough since then to know that I haven't. So let's go back to our phone lines.
True or false, then?
I mean,
100%
really?
In between.
Myth busted.
Oh, okay.
Like, the more I'm just reading what he had said to me, like, it was the middle of the night when he was telling me this, but it's like, you aren't normally the type to do that, but you were submissive and caught up in the moment, and the guys just took charge of you, and you all tried to move past it the following day.
Bro, this sounds like a fucking fanfic.
It does.
If someone was reading these things to you on the phone in this voice, you would have hung up the phone fucking 3 words in.
Ugh. What a day.
Creepy. Let's go back to
I'm curious if anyone else has ever heard shit like this before. If so,
call in.
We will confirm or deny.
We want to know.
Now.
Yeah.
If you've ever been curious about a rumor about us, right now is your chance to ask.
Give us your best rumors.
I mean, because honestly, we're not talking about FF14. I'll talk about anything else. I'll talk about my bowel movement this morning before I talk about FF14.
Please don't.
Was it a good one?
It was not.
What was wrong? Was it hard?
No.
Don't we have someone on the line?
It was spicy.
Oh,
it was one of the
worst. It was burned your anus.
It was angry, yeah, and then it was like
your rectum fall out?
No, it didn't fall out.
Barely
thank God. No, but the thing is, though, is that I had to cut at a weird place, right?
I hate those because you run out.
Well, no, but I mean, like when the toilet paper when I wiped, it was sort of like cleaning peanut butter out of a shag carpet.
Yeah, so it's kind of like smooth, kind of like smooth, like paint-ish almost, like a thick paint. Not watercolor paint.
There's like an interesting texture in there.
Yeah, and then it's like, what's the point of even using more toilet paper? You know it's going to take the whole row, so at that point, just hop in the shower.
Right.
That's
exactly what I did.
It's so much cleaner.
That's exactly to a T what I did.
Good.
Yeah. Ugh, it was gross. All right, let's go back to our phone lines and let's see who's hanging on. Malcuria, what's going on, Malcuria?
Malcuria, you're muted.
Yeah, for a second I couldn't find the unmute button. Hi guys.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Okay, so I have a really very, very quick series of grievances.
Okay.
Oh.
First and foremost, none of y'all greeted me happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy blingo blop.
The other one, the other semi-serious one is, okay, for the fact that Yoshi P prides 14 as the carnival of the Final Fantasy series, why couldn't we suplex the Doom Train?
Say that again?
Why couldn't we suplex the Doom Train? That's like one of the most iconic things that I know of the Final Fantasy series. And when we got the Doom Train, I was so excited. Yo, we get to suplex the Doom Train. We didn't get to do that.
No.
Not one bit.
At least somehow Godbert should have been able to come in and suplex it, right?
It's not literally iconic at all. It is a meme. Memes are not iconic. It's not iconic.
It is still iconic because someone as uneducated as me of the Final Fantasy series, like I barely know anything about this game. I know about that dude suplexing the train. I've seen so many gifs. I've seen the actual scene
but
from
it only
which actually lends to Juxta's point that it's more of a meme than it is.
Yeah, in real life, you would never use suplex on Phantom Train because Aura Bolt does so much more damage because A, it's holy elemental, and B, you would have the Earring Relic by that point, which increases magical damage, which Aura Bolt is. Oh my gosh, why would you do suplex? It's even like it's even percentage damage, so it wouldn't normally work on Phantom Train. Ugh.
The fact that it's possible to do it and the game lets you do it is so absurd. I love it. I'm so upset that we didn't get to do it at all.
I have a grievance to air now. The first girl to call into the show today is stupid, guys.
I have a thick, meaty
anyway.
vagina.
Stop. Okay, on a more serious note, I actually do have a grievance with the development team.
Okay.
Which, I am upset with how the trend, the development trend has been going on since Heavensward, because we went from having regular 3 dungeons, a primal, and a new feature every patch, Well, no big deal.
That's been standard since 2.0. I mean,
yeah, it's been a standard, and then we went from somewhere around late patches of Heavensward, we went to having 2 dungeons, and they had to push back a feature or a primal on the next mini patch. That's okay. They're prepping for the next expansion. Maybe, I don't know, and then. It just kept going.
It's getting worse and worse and worse every time.
The trend keeps going to the the point where we expect this feature that has been announced that this is coming out in this patch. Just kidding. It's gonna come out next patch cycle.
Can you guys recall in Heavensward any feature that was delayed?
Deep Dungeon
Diadem was.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember
but
Diadem.
only by like half a patch, right? Not like 3 patches.
Okay, but
hence the mini patch. Like, in all honesty, we shouldn't even have a mini patch unless it's like fixing
bug fixes.
Yeah,
very serious game breaking things. Like, I don't know. Like
the point that I was going to make though is in Stormblood, we haven't not known a time where something wasn't in a delayed status.
Yeah, and that's my whole grievance. Like, when is the development team gonna start caring about the game?
Never.
Again.
They won't.
Like, when is it? And I'm not talking about we have so many more things in the cash shop. We're putting past things that were available in past events in the cash shop, and you can definitely get it now. No, I'm talking about new features that keep people playing the game. Like they're so focused on
making money, milking us for money.
They're so focused on making money. They're so focused on grabbing new players as much as they can. They're not really concerned about retaining people. Like, what's the point of doing end game? Oh, the gear. Yeah, it's your best in slot. Yeah, that's your best in slot for maybe what, a patch or 2? No, not even 2. It's just dead on arrival after the next patch, because everyone's just gonna get it, because they're gonna give the thing to upgrade it in alliance raids.
Yeah, look, you're even making Skuro speak truth in the chat. It makes more money just fine without them caring more, and we probably won't see the game change until 6.0, if ever there is one.
Yeah, I don't know that we're ever going to get one. I don't know that because that's the thing, is that I think even in MMO, I think that there's the way that game companies look at this kind of shit anymore is as like a 10-year commitment or a 15-year commitment, not like an ongoing commitment, right? Like, you know, when I think in the first wave of MMOs, developers were very much trying to get people to buy into the idea that, you know, you're buying into this world and this world will be
regularly updated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's my whole. I love this game to bits. I love the world of Eorzea, but I cannot bring myself to care about it. Aside the tiny things like the friends that I made playing this game, this podcast, this whole community. Give me something to care about. The game.
No.
Well, that does seem to be Square Enix's answer. And I mean, again, yeah, like I definitely agree that there's some very long-term problems that Square Enix hasn't addressed, hasn't even talked about, and frankly, I have no idea if they're ever going to address these, you know, kind of longer-term issues. I guess, you know, that a lot of that still remains to be seen. But, you know, an MMO doesn't have the same lifespan that developers start out with the notion that it's going to have, right? Like, I think when FF11 was first built, they're like, we've got a content plan, but then we've got a service plan for so much longer. I think MMOs these days don't have to think about that. They're like, okay, where's our money being generated? Like, an MMO these days is like a longer term strategy for a single player game in terms of content injections. And you know, like, if every game is going to be a service, dude, this doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you have a longer term plan, or if you're supporting your community for long term growth. You can't just consistently find new people to come and try to pick up your game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. If you want to give us a call here on Limit Break Radio, we would encourage it. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. I'd love to hear more rumors.
I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but I have a grievance to air.
Okay.
For someone. I just got a message from someone who's been listening to us, and they said, why is there a child talking on LBR? All I hear is a bunch of preteen angst going on, and I'm so confused.
Well, Nika, what do you have to say for yourself?
Hey, who is he referring to?
Melcuria.
Clearly, I'm adult enough to sleep around, so I don't think they're referring to me.
Melcuria. No, the guy I'd really like to talk about, and this is kind of a serious rumor if there is one, and I guess it falls probably mostly to Juxta being our what's the
accountant.
The term? Yeah, you're
smart,
our accountant,
smart guy.
Master of coin. Master of coin. That's what I was thinking.
There we go. Yeah, Master of coin. Yeah.
So Johnny Bravo ! On Twitter says you guys are
the Johnny Bravo!
Exclamation
like point. Do the monkey Johnny Bravo?
There's no
the guy with the hair.
There's no verified check next to his name. So I don't
do the monkey with me.
Anyway, he says you guys are not even talking about FFXIV. You even care now? What's the point having more LBRs then?
Money.
He goes on to say, you guys say you are helping and making content, but you are really just stealing everyone's money for your own personal gain. LBR should be shut down.
Whoa.
Shut it down?
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
David, one of our Twitter followers, points out that they basically work for tips. That's what people give them. Right?
Yeah, we're not stealing anything. Yeah. They're just falling into our laps.
And what you think they are doing with all that money you are giving them for free? For all they promises and campings is just lies. They don't care for any of that. They just keep the money for personal gain. True is not stealing, is Jip.
Is Jip.
Well, GYP, I assume Jip.
Is Jip.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been all over
it's a racist term against gypsies. It's true, actually.
Yeah, he goes on to say, because again, someone else says, well, you can only mull over patch content so many times before you have nothing to talk about. You know, everyone else
Hence this episode. Thank you.
Everyone else has moved on to other stuff. And he goes, duh. And why should they stick on one game? Who healthy person does that? LBR are the ones not thinking straight for sticking on one game.
Who healthy person does that?
They are so dumb to believe that all podcasts' ways are wrong, but they are the one right ones. Someone points out, we're just for entertainment's sake. That's the problem. Once upon a time, it was good entertainment. Now it's just salty and stupid complaints.
Hang on.
What?
Let's complain about it.
Complains about it.
Did an internet doggo write this?
Here we go.
Is that Johnny Bravo? Is Johnny Bravo an internet doggo?
Zayless is like, if LBR didn't make content still, FF14 would have none. Square has done a monumentally terrible job engaging anyone in this expansion. To which Johnny says,
"Oh boy.
So all podcasts are shit except LBR because they are afraid of speak plainly and aren't being paid from Yoshi P."
Is this guy alt-right?
Yes, that exactly the type of mentality that allow me to see the truth of LBR, and I pity those guys that were fooled by them.
I pity the fool.
What?
He pities the fool, guys. He pities the fool.
I'm afraid of nothing, he says.
Stay woke, brother.
Fellachu, Johnny has survived the Tide Pod challenge.
Nice.
Albeit it probably caused him permanent brain damage, to which he says, LBR are the ones with brain damage here.
Burn!
Damn.
Ouch.
Ooh. I totally burned you.
How am I ever
Denied brain damage?
How am I ever going to recover from that one? That was
this
brutal.
Guy is so good.
Let's go back to our phone lines and talk to Sinlessa Ferrith of Cactar. What's going on, Sinlessa?
Girl.
Oh, you're muted, bro.
Unmute yourself, sir.
You're still muted.
5 seconds.
Know the power of the dark side.
Should I manually unmute him?
Manually unmute him, please.
Manually unmute. I can't do that.
Oh, you can't?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right, Sinlessa.
Sinlessa.
Okay, I'm tired of waiting for the phone to ring.
Come on now.
Okay, if they don't confirm whether or not they're a guy or a girl, I win.
What? No.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. Oh,
hey, how's it going?
I'm hearing someone. Is this Sinlessa?
Yes.
Damn it!
What's going on, Sinlessa?
I am a gorgeous girl with big cans.
Thanks for calling Limit Break Radio. What's happening?
I'm just calling in because I want to talk about kind of like the whole idea of parsing normals and such. Sorry.
Daddy, don't. Don't.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Oh. All right. What do you want to say about parsing and normals then?
Well, honestly, the content isn't really difficult to really warrant it, especially in like normal rating or whatever dungeons.
No, people just do it for their PP size.
Oh yeah, I love this. Sinlessa, you bring up a great fucking point. That
Watch your language. There's a child on the other side.
Excuse me. Sorry.
What's your child's name?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, all right.
Fair enough.
Wow,
right.
see, responsible
anonymous
parent.
child. Yes, good job.
Take notes, Juxta.
I think I just lost my point. Oh no. Sinlessa brings up an excellent point, and something that I haven't seen anyone else ask. Why was a normal Duty Finder raid being parsed in the first place? Right? Like, that was a Duty Finder queue, unless I was being put into a group that was maybe practicing, but I don't think that was the case. Nah. It was just a rando who is so insecure about the way that he plays this game that he has to parse every instance that he's in.
Think about the type of monsters that's creating too, because as we've pointed out clearly with you, and I'm the same way, because it doesn't matter what our DPS is and we're going to clear it anyway, the people who are really pushing their DPS to be the top are doing so and comparing themselves against people that don't care enough to try.
To people who are retarded like Kalu.
Yeah, but the thing is that the system favors the people not trying. Because no one needs to try. If 4 people go into a dungeon right now and don't really try, it's just going to take them longer. They're not going to fail. They're not going to time out unless they're literally not just on purpose stepping into mechanics.
Unless they're wiping over and over again.
Yeah. Like, it takes real effort to fail a dungeon in 2018 in Stormblood. You know what I mean?
It's harder to fail a dungeon than it is to beat the dungeon.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to try more to fail.
Think of when we used to be dick ninjas and we would try and like kill people and mess people up. That took effort to do.
And you know what?
And we still cleared it.
Square Enix is making it even harder to dick people over.
I know.
Which is terrible.
That's why I don't play anymore.
Right?
Anyway, Sinlessa, thanks for the call. Were there any other points that you wanted to make?
Well, I also want to say that, like, it's fine to compare yourself to yourself. It's the idea, like, gatekeeping in normals. Like, if you gatekeep in normals, what other content are you even going to be able to do?
Yeah, great point. And thanks for the call. We appreciate it, but your child is screaming a little bit too much at us, so I think that we're making them upset.
Yeah, Daddy don't.
So
Daddy don't.
We're going to try not to trigger them. No, seriously, thanks for the call. We really appreciate it. And we've got a little bit more time. We're going to go actually a little bit over 6 o'clock since we started a little bit late. If anyone else wants to call in, you're more than welcome. Sinlessa, thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, the number to call. LimitBreakRadio.com/Discord. We will listen to any of your Festivus grievances. We'd also like to hear any of the rumors about Limit Break Radio that you might have heard, whether it's that we don't take content seriously or I don't know what other there's like. I feel like there's rumors that we've never heard that would blow our minds if someone called us up and told them to us right now, and I'm really dying to know.
I have a reverse grievance that I'd like to air. It's a grievance that I used to have, but I don't anymore, so I'd like to commend that person for it.
Oh, sure.
That is you, Nero.
Oh, what'd I do?
That is you.
What did I do?
You are a very difficult person to work with, as you know.
Yeah, I do.
And in the past, there have been some very difficult nights. And I think for the longest time, we've been waiting, because you've been in a really good mood. You've been really trying to, I think, be a better person. But we're always still in the back of our minds like, yeah, but when's it going to crack? When's another shoe going to fall? And there have been a few times where things have happened that I'm like, all right, this is the one. He's going to crack at this now. And you never do. And I'm starting to feel safe again, which is also terrifying in its own right.
Kahlo's in a safe space.
But I just wanted to say that I appreciate the effort that you're making to become a better person. That does not mean a good person, people listening, but a better person.
Yeah, let's not get it twisted here.
Yeah.
I mean, still an awful asshole.
Super bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord.
Well, I have a grievance then.
Okay.
And it's with someone not in this room. Nika.
What?
Being that you are our resident Endgame correspondent, I have a grievance that you're not doing Endgame anymore.
Oh, yeah?
And so I'm just questioning what you bring to the show, considering that your improvisational skills are, well, let's just say
lacking.
There's no guns in the classroom.
Jesus.
Damn it. What do you bring to this group?
Humor.
He's an idiot.
That is
master
not humor,
of
just
coin.
Idiocy.
And I'll have you know, I can defend myself. This episode and one previous, we have had a mountain of wealth from very generous donators. The two shows that I wasn't on, I noticed there was a distinct lack of that Moogle chime going on. I don't want to toot my own horn.
But how much have you even spoken on this episode to warrant saying that those are to your credit?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I'm just showing.
Valid question.
We also didn't talk about Final Fantasy XIV on either of those two episodes. That could be why people are paying us.
That seems to be more like the reason.
Or it's because I'm a really awesome person and people want to throw money at me.
Ninja Fox says mute Juxta, please.
You're talking to yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
Anyone who donated specifically because Juxta was here, let us know. Because if I
another donation,
because I specifically remember all of those donations being for the Callie and Skuro Boob Fund.
I kind of do too.
Are you advocating then for the Callie and Skuro Boob Fund?
Have you not heard of that hashtag mute Juxta? You can't mute the Juxta that is not there.
Oh, this guy must be new. Greybob69 says this guy's getting his ass kicked after the podcast for throwing shade at the others.
Oh, Greybob.
Oh, honey.
Greybob's going to the Greybob. Greybob.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck.
What was that? What did you just do? Do it again.
What do you mean the song?
Do it again.
The gay bar song?
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Going to the gay bar. Gay bar.
I want to. What's the hand action here?
That helps you sing.
You're doing so for the gay bar song. You've got to be what? Jacking off a giant?
No,
what exactly are you doing?
You move your hand up and down. That makes makes the sound particles flow through your mouth easier into the microphone.
Are you doing rap hands over there? Is that what that is?
Rap hands?
Yeah. Is that your?
No, that's two hands. This is just for singing.
What was?
Juxta.
That was the Juxta.
There we go. There we go. That'll work. See that mute works. Yeah. $5. Way to go.
We appreciate you.
It's nothing against the Cali Boob Fund, which is I'm pretty sure over $1,000 by now.
Ballin'.
Oh, man. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. Make us talk about something else. You know, when I woke up this morning, my balls were really draggy, like
they were hanging low.
Yeah, like they were dipped.
Wobble to and fro.
I couldn't tie them in a knot or a bow, but they did dip solidly into the toilet water, and that that was the saddest. That was the saddest part of my morning.
Like at work, we have a really like.
Go ahead, turn it back on.
Fine.
Shallow toilet.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to like sit like far back on the toilet, or like hold the balls up. Boob.
Thank you.
Boob. Otherwise, like when you're just pissing and like holding yourself down, you're totally gonna get the tip in the water.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's super shallow.
I'm not okay with that.
Oh yeah, that's never happened to me before.
Not okay with that.
It's so bad. Like it's like if you sit properly or not, well, I guess improperly. If you sit improperly on this toilet, your cheeks will touch water.
Not okay.
Not okay at all.
Not okay.
You're gonna have to like sit one cheek on and then like kind of hold that cheek down and then like kind of stretch your other cheek so it's like kind of like your cheeks are like spread eagle onto the toilet, and then there's just like a clear shot from your butthole into the water.
You probably get splashback though, don't you?
Okay, but splashback is a little bit better than swimming in.
It is the lesser of two evils.
Pool, so
yeah.
Hashtag never go to the bathroom at work.
You know, there was a picture I once seen online of like this big nasty looking spider coming out from underneath a public toilet. 'Cause, you know, they have those really deep grooves underneath, you know, whatever. And it showed a spider like coming out from there. And so now whenever I go into like at work and I see that toilet, I just think there's a giant fucking spider under there, and it terrifies me.
Do you look?
No, I risk it. You gotta go.
Okay, well you can look first though.
He's right. You can.
Why would you stick your head into the bowl? What?
Well, would you rather have spider ass?
I want to hear more about this condition called spider ass.
I mean, really, it's just shooting silk out of your butt.
It's not even that. Just spider goes up your ass and just makes a nice little cocoon in your rectum.
I saw a video the other day of one of the a tiny little spider in somebody's ear, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I know that happens. Like I know that it's a thing that happens. But I mean, like they like had the video of it, and it just like for some reason it freaked me out.
It can happen because if it's a story that I think you're talking about, one of the ones that I heard was the person had like an itch in their ear that just wouldn't go away. So a week later, they went to the doctor to find out that whole time, yeah, there's a spider living in their ear.
No. I mean, I think that they were already at the doctor, but and it was the doctor that was filming, but it was just you could see the ear canal and the spider, and that was it. Right? Like, oh, fuck that. You poop spiders. That sounds terrible. Can that be a spell? Can that be a magic spell?
Oh, that's definitely a magic spell.
Okay,
Make
so
somebody poop
I'm
spiders.
sure it exists somewhere. I mean, doesn't it in Harry Potter? Doesn't somebody like puke spiders or something?
I was thinking it's more like a summoning spell, like where you summon up spiders made out of poop.
In Bruce Almighty, doesn't he make monkeys come out of a guy's butt?
Monkeys?
Yeah. In Bruce Almighty, he makes monkeys come out of a guy's butt. I feel like spiders would be the same way. They basically just appear in your rectum, and then they have to crawl out.
I don't remember that. Well, I've definitely seen that movie. I just don't remember that part.
How would you not remember that?
You would think I would remember something amazing like that.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I don't think it's in that movie.
No, it is. Guys, Back me up, chat. Back me up.
Kooky says yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know what she's saying yes to.
Kooky says yes. So that means it's true.
Devoid of context.
Blanket approval. Yes. For like the last 15 minutes. Yes.
Yes. We don't have to talk about anything. There's nothing for us. There's no agenda for us today.
Yeah, anal dwelling butt monkeys.
Anal dwelling butt monkeys.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yep.
If you say so. Give us a call, Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord, so that we can stop talking about the grossest stuff on Earth. It'd be nice.
You know, I would especially, I think, like to hear of any rumors that you heard from our 11 days.
Yeah. Because I
haven't called in with any rumors yet. Come on, guys.
I know. This is really sad because it makes me think.
I was waiting for some juicy stuff.
We're not as famous as we thought.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, we are being self-inserted into someone's sex fantasy, so there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
At least we got that.
Yeah, but that happens to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a mark of mild fame.
Carletta says, can we not talk about FF14 next week, too?
Depends.
Maybe.
Ask Square Enix.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd probably say there's a good chance.
Lloyd wants to know if ejaculating spiders would be enjoyable or horrifying.
Could you do it on will?
Like it's a superpower.
Yeah, like that's your power. The jizz spider.
That's like some rejected tick superhero, right? Like, I mean, because that's not exactly an on-command ability.
Okay,
like you've still got to beat off to get the spiders.
You would. If you could do it on command, you still would have to beat off to do it. My question is, are the spiders just coming out as full-grown spiders, or does after you shoot the cum out, do the spiders just sort of grow from it?
Like they're hatching from from eggs?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
Because otherwise, how are you just gonna how are the spiders gonna make it out of your urethra? It doesn't seem plausible, and it doesn't seem enjoyable either, by the way.
Yeah.
What if they're spiders that are made out of jizz? So you shoot the jizz out, and the jizz
and then they form into spiders. That makes more sense.
I think that makes the most sense.
That'd be good.
Nico, would you like to put your 2 cents in here?
No, I'm good.
But aren't you a girl and you like dicks, right?
It's okay. I don't want to think about it that much.
It's missing.
Yeah, we can't.
I looked for it.
We tried.
We tried.
Lloyd says, I was thinking about those little jumping spiders. Well, again, as long as they come out in jizz form and then coalesce, I think they can be tarantulas if you want. Hell, they could be fucking Komodo dragons.
What if that was your ability? Was just to come and
animate stuff?
Yeah,
actually be cum summoner.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that it would be the worst superpower ever. I think you would have a very lively porn industry role to play.
Or what about this? What if anything that you jizzed on came to life?
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Right?
That's like the Midas of jizz.
Yes! It's it's the King Midas of jacking off. So you literally have to...
the amount of dirty sentient socks that would exist in the world is...
Just like little tissue bats flying everywhere.
It would be, dude, the arc of it would be like the Incredible Hulk, who just he never wants to go into Hulk mode. This guy gets tempted by getting horny all the time.
Oh my gosh, that's my secret cap. I'm always horny.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Cum Summoner, the worst superhero ever.
Evener.
Dude, now I want to make a D&D character that is a cum summoner.
Please do. Please do. What happens if you're a cum summoner and anything that you come on becomes instantly sentient? What happens when you come inside of a woman?
She's technically already sentient.
Yeah,
but I think if you get
her uterus wouldn't suddenly become sentient and walk out. Okay.
But if you get it in her hair, she becomes Medusa.
Oh god.
I still feel like no, because like your urethra, your hair, that's still a living part of you, right?
Okay.
So it's still technically not an inanimate object.
But I said I didn't say, I said sentience.
Right. Like if you got on like a shirt or something,
then that shirt's gone.
Then that shirt is under your command, and then it just rips open.
Oh, everything is under your command that you come.
Well, you're a cum summoner. Like I figure at level 3, you'd have like a trait which allows you to control it.
It'd probably require concentration though each turn.
Well, definitely.
Okay.
But at later levels, you'd be able to like control more and more things.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Do they have a duration, or is this?
No, they would probably have to have a duration. We couldn't have a bunch of dirty cum socks running around. That's terrifying.
Flying tissue cum bats.
Yeah. I don't know. In the case of the cum tissue bats, like I think I'd want them to stay.
But they'd be non-combat pets, so they would just exist everywhere.
There you go. Yeah.
They just start to work into the ecosystem. You start having horrific abominations just like a couple of generations down the line.
Wait, I got one. Girl's giving you head. She swallows. Hasn't fully digested her lunch.
Great question. Does that lunch become sentient?
So her
sandwich,
but then it would come to life inside of her stomach.
And crawl out of her esophagus. Yes,
potentially. Yes.
See, but this is what makes it such a dangerous superpower.
Yeah, like you don't want that superpower.
No, nobody wants that superpower.
It's scary.
If you had that superpower, you'd have to really manage how your sex life.
With great power comes great responsibility.
So, Nika, you want to step into this conversation now, huh?
I'm very confused about why we're talking about this.
Because nobody's calling in.
Because it's not Final Fantasy XIV.
This is what they get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody call in.
Exactly. This is what you get, because this is what you deserve.
Isn't our show almost over anyway?
Look, Skuro, you have been here apparently since the 11 days. Have you not heard any weird-ass rumors? Because we only just recently brought you into the fold. You've sort of been on the periphery looking in.
Best episode ever. It's time now to do 1900 DPS.
Good luck.
Skuro, do you have any rumors that you can think of so we can at least end the show on a rumor?
That would require Skuro like contributing.
I know.
Can you imagine if Harvey Weinstein had that power? There'd be potted plants just screaming with sentience. Ah!
He did it! Me too!
Oh my god.
If you fill a rubber, that thing's coming to life.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it's coming to life and it's stealing the life.
I guess technically, if you come into a uterus, something might come to life.
You've honestly never said one thing I have ever found at all funny, bro.
It's a great way to sum up this entire episode.
Yeah, Skuro's got nothing.
I'm disappointed. All of these folks that think that they'd be calling me out on Twitter or spreading rumors. I fucking swear to God, I thought we would get something better out of this. But the best that we got is the Commoner.
Which, to be fair, is pretty good, and that's actually a comic, so don't Google that.
The Commoner?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you just Google it, and that's how you know?
Yes.
Oh,
that's a lie.
Oh my God.
Come on, you've came across donkey jacking videos.
Yeah, but
but who hasn't?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You come across weird shit when you're looking for stuff.
Weird
porn stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you find what you're looking for,
and you come across other things as you do.
I come across many things.
And that's why you're not the Commoner.
Coming in 2019.
And 2018. And 2020. And 2021.
Oh my God. This is the greatest. I really just want this movie to be made, The Commoner. I just think it would be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like a B-list horror film.
Yeah.
Like the Blob or something.
Yeah. Or like Attack of the Killer Condom. That was one.
Was it?
Teeth.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Teeth has one of my favorite scenes conceptually. Like when you actually think about it being written. You've seen Teeth, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah. So the scene where she bites off the dude's dick in the cave.
Yeah.
And then the dick drops out.
Yeah.
And you could have just ended it there. But instead, they're like, I think a crab should come up out of the water
and pick it up
and scuttle off with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
I know. Anyway, I want to get the Sharknado people on the Commoner. That's gonna just really seal the deal for me.
I feel like to do the Commoner well, you can't have it as a porn. Like everything has to be censored.
Right?
Or like
No.
screen.
Right? Yeah. No, it's done as a monster movie. There's no porn element to it.
Okay.
It's done strictly as a and not even like a campy monster flick, like just a bad monster flick.
I don't know. Venikayo says Marvel quality Commoner movie, please.
Nah. See that just I think that's a little bit too serious. See,
what if we take Venom and we just CG the suit white?
Done. There you
Perfect.
go. Perfect. It's a wrap. God. That's actually for anyone thinking that they're going to be doing, Venom anti-Venom. There's a very specific reason why anti-Venom will never appear on screen is because you can't do Venom effects with white symbiote because it looks just
cum.
Yeah.
It's milk.
Yeah,
no,
it's
cum.
It looks like milk.
It looks like jizz.
Cum.
Milk.
Buckets of jizz.
Marvel Commoner Universe, the MCU. Thank you, Dairyu.
Whipped cream.
That made me really uncomfortable.
Because now you want whipped cream? I agree.
I think I need to call HR.
I am HR.
HR?
Show me
Human resources.
We have one of those?
No, we don't.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway.
Show me on the doll where you want me to touch you.
That's not how this works.
No.
It's not at all how this works.
Come on the doll where you want me to touch you?
Okay, then the doll will come to life, and then now we have to deal with Chucky. So no one wants to do that.
Would his name be Cummy?
No. It wouldn't. I just ruined your joke. How do you feel about that?
Kind of sad and dejected.
See, we can just keep going like this for as long as people want.
Still better than FF14.
This might be all of next week's show, is just kind of mumbling.
Mumbling half-baked jokes.
Mumbling lowly about cum for 2 hours.
I do love semen.
So just regular LBR then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a few. we had a few tweets that were defending us against Johnny Bravo, being like, "Dude, you take this way too seriously. I just listen for the dick and cum jokes anyway." So that guy got his money's worth today.
You're not lying there. Jesus, a lot of dick jokes today. Anyway, all right. So what are you guys waiting for me to wrap this up? Is that what's going on
I'm
here?
catching Pokemon. There's nothing good up right now, though.
I mean,
that's too bad.
You yell at us whenever we try to move the show forward. So
are we done?
I don't know. Twitch chat. What do you think? We done? You guys?
Stank Buddha wants to know why you're so quiet, Nika.
I don't know.
Why don't you know, Nika?
I don't really have much to contribute to this conversation.
To be fair, Nika, no one has anything to contribute to this conversation. This conversation doesn't contribute to anything.
That's the point of the conversation.
You just
what would the female version of the Commoner be?
Lactation?
Like, hang on. No. Hang on. If the Commoner is a superhero, obviously every superhero needs to pass the torch at some point. What would
she Commoner
squirt?
I mean, I guess they could.
Well, she would.
Not everybody can, though.
But that takes way more effort than I think. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a superhero.
Okay.
That's more like.
What about
the Gusher?
The Gusher.
I just like to point out that the Commoner is already a woman in the comic, so.
That's a real thing, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
That doesn't really make sense.
I'm upset about this. Vagina mancer.
Maybe it's more like anything you insert into your vagina comes to life.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Okay,
that's not bad.
A little more limiting.
The queefer, I like that
yes,
one.
But
yes, that's right.
You call it limiting. I call it a challenge.
I'm just saying because it's more limiting because you can jizz on anything, but you can only stick so much up your vagina.
You don't watch enough porn.
You have no. I mean, you can't stick this Nintendo up your vagina.
All you have to do is get a corner in there, right? Like, does it have to be fully inserted?
I mean, it has to be like at least 30%. Like, it has to wrap around something for the powers to activate.
What if you were to plug in the controller and then put the controller up there? Does it not?
Then the controller
extend to the rest of it?
No. It has to be like one solid piece.
Can you take it apart, stuff it up there, and then put it back together?
Well, each piece is sentient, though. That'll be difficult.
Yeah, at that point you have like an ant colony.
I mean, that's a hell of an abomination, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we're meddling in the realms of.
We need to stop playing God.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we are dwelling in the realms where mortals were not meant to dwell. We should not be doing this. All right.
We shouldn't do a lot of things.
I know, including apparently play this game or make this show.
Yeah, or do podcasts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had Chinese the other day, and my fortune was you will create something new, and I immediately thought, oh, time for a 5th podcast. Or 4th podcast.
Dude, we're doing enough.
I know we are.
I don't need another one.
I know that.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, as always. Listen, if you've got a rumor and you want us to talk about it, I guess let us know what it is. We'd be happy to tell you. We're not really shy about these things. Got nothing to hide. So, let us know. Say something. This is fun. This
has actually been one of the funner episodes.
Oh yeah, this has definitely been fun.
Less
the episode that's more fun is when we don't talk about 14.
It's weird because I feel like Juxta didn't contribute today as much as he could have.
Yeah.
This is also true.
I just made the Commoner.
The Commoner's a real thing and you did not make it.
Okay, well I made the better version of the Commoner.
I don't know if that's true. It's pretty good.
Where were those drops though? I mean, I only heard a few.
Like, today does not match up to the Trans Thunderdome.
Yeah. Not quite.
Remember ankle capes or leg capes?
Yeah. Peony packs?
Peony packs. If I don't nearly fall to the ground laughing, it's not one of your better days.
Yeah. You failed. You failed, bud.
Well, I'm sorry that nobody laughed at any one of your jokes, Kahlo.
It's fine. I'm just here to be a sexist, misogynistic gold dick, so.
And bigot.
No, you're the
You are a bigot.
You're the bigot.
You are a bigot.
Do you notice that your drops sound better too?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I like it.
They're not so compressed and crunched.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hear all of the different tones in them. Hit another one.
It feels like I'm dying inside.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty damn good.
It is. It's really good.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's wrap up the show. I think I've held our audience hostage enough. I don't know if we made our point or not. We'd like to talk about FF14, but
there's nothing going on, guys.
Yeah, there's really nothing. Square Enix could fix this, but they choose not to. So it's just where we're at. It's okay.
Sad face.
You don't need to be mad at us, although you can get mad at us if you want. It makes our lives more entertaining, more fun.
Yeah, but go to Twitter to complain about it, please.
Gives us chubs.
I don't know. YouTube's pretty good. That comes straight to my phone.
I'm still confused about Festivus.
Yeah, it's fine.
If we don't have anything good next week, can we read YouTube comments?
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? It is Festivus. Meter just reminded me of this. We need to end with feats of strength.
So like, do we just talk about feats of strength? Or
No. We have to perform a feat of strength. So, right. Juxta, you're first. Feat of strength.
They can't see us though.
That's fine.
They'll just have to take our word for it.
That's right. Well, that's very impressive, lifting that potted plant above your head.
Oh, I was jizzing.
Oh.
While lifting a potted plant.
Oh.
It's phantom fapping.
I see.
Phantom fapping?
Yeah, it's where you like...
No touch jizz?
Yeah, it's like you hold something above your head, and then you're just like... And then you flex those muscles over and over again, and then you eventually jizz.
A technique first perfected by
Tenacious D?
I was thinking fucking John Cusack in...
All right.
In that one movie where he's holding the boombox,
Yep, fair.
Okay, all right. Kahlo, your feat of strength.
All right, Jux, come here. I'm going to lift you up.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I already know you're not.
I want to try.
Well, do something you could probably possibly do. You do a Nero.
I'm going to lift up a Nero in this chair.
Okay, you can stop now.
Oh, not that much. That much.
It felt like you were going to break the chair.
Yeah, I was really
with you.
scared for the chair.
Did you feel yourself lift off the ground, though?
A little bit. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nika.
Whew.
I can balance shit on my head for a really long time.
That's not a feat of strength. You're
You're telling me having good balance doesn't require strength of mind?
No, listen, Nika, you're a femro, so I'm going to expect you to, like bench press a park bus or something.
I can't do that from this room, though.
Nika, we know you're a girl. You have a parked bus in your room.
Don't lie.
I can like throw something across the room.
Okay.
Throw something at Senpai.
Wait.
There we go.
All right.
Wow.
Feat of strength. There we go.
Feat of strength.
All right. So
a Nero.
I feel like the feats of strength have to be done with your feet.
I actually was just thinking, like, should they just be foot related?
Interesting idea. All right, my feat of strength.
What did you do?
Poop my pants.
Can we go now?
Big peanut buttery poop in my pants.
I am surprised someone has not called in just to stop this.
Poop my pants.
And the thing is, I don't think they're leaving.
No,
they're not.
No one's going anywhere.
They're just sitting there.
If I swear to God, here and this is what all of these stupid motherfuckers that are like, you've got such an important platform. How dare you put out false information on your platform? We just did 2 hours of dick and fart jokes. Literally, we've done 20 minutes about
The Commoner.
The Commoner. What the fuck has the last section of this show been about?
Triblin says, keep going.
And we've still not lost any viewers.
This is for him. Best show ever.
Still been getting donations. We've still been getting people to support us. It's because, listen, we don't ever, and we have never, presented ourselves as a source of information. We're a source of discussion. We're a source of entertainment. That's all we are.
And even that's subjective.
Exactly. So, take that for what it's worth, because that's what the show is. That's what it's always been, and that's what it's going to continue to be, even after you get bored of trying to piss us off and us giving you attention. At some point, you're either going to go away or you're going to start to genuinely listen to the show. One of those two things is going to happen. Either way, you've been here in our chat, commenting, calling, doing whatever you're doing, so it's a pretty effective marketing strategy. It got us in front of you, and then we were able to do our shtick. Whether you like 2 hours of poop jokes or not,
you listen to 2 hours of poop jokes.
Exactly. And we'll take it. Anyway.
Right to the toilet.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We appreciate it. As always, LimitBreakRadio.com is the website. Go there, subscribe to the podcast if you missed any part of this show. You can find it uploaded every Tuesday, uploaded over at LimitBreakRadio.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Let us know how we're doing through iTunes reviews. If you really wanted to hurt us, leave us some negative iTunes reviews. Oh, boo-hoo. Really, honestly, nothing that you can do can even faze us anymore. Listen, thanks, guys, for hanging out. We appreciate it. Hit that follow button. Come back next Sunday. We do the show live every Sunday starting at 4. For my crew, I want to thank my crew. Nika, Juxta, Kahlo, I'm a Nero. Keep listening. Limit Break Radio is a production of LimitBreakRadio.com and Bender Media Productions. This episode was produced by Kahlo Landis, Juxtaposition, Escalia Rayumasa, and Kooky Persona. Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. Funding for Limit Break Radio is provided by Mary Kennett, Nexian Theta, Hirsch, and fellow Limit Break Radio listeners. To support Limit Break Radio, visit patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. Opening music in this episode from Daniel Lambie. Listen to Man with the Machine Gun and other great tracks at facebook.com/Daniel Lambie Metal Gamer. Closing music in this episode provided by Husky by the Geek. Listen to this and other great Final Fantasy XIV and video game rock covers and original music at facebook.com/Husky by the Geek. In-game graphics for Limit Break Radio's Twitch stream are provided by Diamond Multimedia. Check out their line of AMD graphics cards and other hardware at diamondmm.com. Limit Break Radio and its hosts are solely responsible for its content.